need no introduction. We just want to share Michael Potter and Forrest Lane. Welcome them and let them do the interview.
Yes, he did. No, he didn't. Yes, he did. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
No, too much Michigas. Let's go sit down.
Fine, fine.
We have to tell a story today.
I know.
A good story.
It is a good story.
Not a boring story.
Yes, I think they'll get a kick out of it.
So anyway, I have to salute you, O Canasta King.
It was just a game of canasta. No need to make a big deal
It's
about
not
it.
just a game of canasta. I've never seen anyone play the way you did. You won every hand last night.
We play the game the way it needs to be played.
No. You and your wife play a game of canasta I've never seen before. I have to say, I bow to you, O master of canasta.
Stop it, all right? We cheated.
What?
I said we cheated. Me and Ruth, we cheated.
I knew you were cheating.
No, you didn't.
I knew someone was cheating. I just didn't know if it was you or if it was me.
No, you didn't.
I had an inkling someone was cheating.
You had no inkling.
I had no idea someone was cheating.
I'll give you that. Now, I think these people, they want to hear the story.
They want to hear the story?
Well, everywhere we go, people say, you were there, tell us the story. And we say, all right, because we love to tell the story.
Okay, I tell the story because I remember it like it was yesterday.
You don't, okay, you don't remember anything about yesterday.
I remember it like it was yesterday, I tell you.
Okay, Mr. Yesterday, then what did you have for lunch?
I had a salami on wheat and a good Cobb salad.
Ay, there, you didn't have any Cobb salad.
I had Cobb salad.
No, you didn't. You had this little pickle and this turkey on rye.
You're right, I don't even like Cobb salad.
You hate Cobb
I
salad.
have too much Cobb salad. We won't talk about that. So tell them the story.
Okay, I will then. So there we
Don't
were.
tell the story, I tell it better.
Just go.
Okay, so there we were. It was the worst weekend in the world. They crucified Jesus.
Yes.
They laid him in the tomb.
Laid him in the tomb. Good.
And there we were. We were frightened in the upper room.
We were very scared.
We were as nervous as a cat in a room full of rockers.
Hold it right there.
What?
There were no rocking chairs. There were no cats. John had a dog, maybe. That's highly debatable.
I'm speaking metaphorically here.
I wanted to make sure it was clear.
It's clear, okay? So there we were. We were as nervous as we were shaking in our boots.
Time out. We weren't wearing boots. We were wearing sandals.
I'm speaking metaphorically here.
It wasn't clear.
Someone needs hooked on Phoenix.
It's pronounced hooked on phonics.
Get on with it. Okay, so anyway, we're afraid and we're in the upper room. And then we hear a commotion outside. We hear Mary outside.
Yeah, we hear Mary off in the distance. And it sounded like she was saying, beehive, beehive.
Oi, if I'm singing bees, I don't want no bees. I'm allergic to bees.
You're not allergic to bees.
When I get stung, I puff up.
I've known you for almost 60 years. I've never seen you puff up once.
I get red blotches.
No allergy, no blotches.
When I get stung, it hurts and I cry.
Yes, you cry a lot. I'll give you
Okay,
that.
so I don't want no bees whatsoever.
No bees whatsoever. So then Mary, she busts through the door and she says, he's alive! He's alive! Now Mary, sweet Mary.
Mary, God bless her.
Mary, God bless her, but sometimes...
Sometimes she gets confused.
She gets a little confused.
And I remember saying to you, I think she went to the wrong tomb.
And it was getting a little chaotic, so we decided it was time for us to move on.
It was a long walk home.
Yes, it was, 7 miles uphill both ways.
The road to Emmaus.
It was a very, do you remember what
We
we
were
doing?
walking and talking.
And talking and walking, yes. And then, what was it we were talking about?
We were talking about Thaddeus and where he should go to school.
Yes, but before that, we were talking about, yes, it was Pilate. And we were talking about how many chins he had. You thought he had 6, I thought he had 4, and we were going back and forth and on and on.
He was a large man, but as we're walking and talking,
And talking and walking.
you said that Thaddeus should go to public school, and I said he should go to parochial school because I had been a superintendent for over 30 years.
You weren't the superintendent of anything for any amount of time.
I was a teacher for 25.
No teacher.
I was a janitor for 10.
No janitor.
I cleaned up after a game once.
I'll give you that. Continue.
Ay, Okay, so as we're walking and talking,
And talking and walking.
this man comes up behind us.
And we were kind of sad.
We were frightened and scared and sad.
And he says to us, why the long faces? And I say, well, we can't really help it. It's just the way we're made. I mean, something about geometry?
No, no, no. He was speaking metaphorically.
It wasn't clear.
It's as clear as bottled water. There's nothing wrong about your face. It's round like a pizza.
What's a pizza?
Get on with the story.
So then he says, then we said to him, haven't you heard the news?
It was the worst weekend in the world. They crucified Jesus.
And then there was that commotion in the upper room, and somebody went to the tomb, but nobody could find the body.
And he looked at us and said, why are you so thick-headed? And why are your hearts so slow?
And that's when I said to him, well, we're getting old in age, and our hearts, they don't work the way they
He
used
was
to.
speaking metaphorically.
It wasn't clear.
I think it was clear. So, do you remember, at that point, he shared about the Messiah. He told us that the Messiah must be born, he must die, and be brought back to new life. And he told us about Moses, and he shared the prophets with us.
It was wonderful.
It was amazing.
And then we came to the fork in the road.
The fork in the road.
Now, it wasn't a literal
Don't
fork.
get started. So, we asked him to come to dinner with us, and he said yes. And I think it was partly because my wife was making cobbler.
It's a very good
It's a
cobbler.
very good cobbler. And as we sat down to eat, he blessed the bread.
And then he broke it.
He broke it.
And you remember, I looked at you, and you looked back at me, and we knew exactly who it was that was sitting across from us.
Actually, I'd known a couple hours earlier. It
No,
was him.
you didn't.
I could tell by the way he walked. It
You've
was
never seen him walk before.
I knew the sound of his voice.
You've never heard Jesus
I'd
talk
never
before.
heard of him before. No, I never.
Yes,
It was amazing. But we realized something when he broke the bread.
yes, we realized who it was.
And
then,
then-
when we turned around,
Poof! He was gone,
He
just like that.
disappeared.
But we realized we'd been walking and talking and sitting and eating with the risen Lord.
and we laughed,
And we cried.
and we laughed some more.
And we cried some more.
And our hearts, they burned within us.
I will never forget that moment.
Neither will I.
I love to tell that story, that the Lord is risen and he's alive indeed.
Well, I think we've pretty much finished everything we were going to say here.
Let's go play some canasta.
Sounds good to me.